Hello boys and girls, a very good morning and welcome to this live session on speed math brought to you by TalentSprint. I hope all of you are healthy and you are fully ready to take your IBPS PO preliminary exam for the year 2017, which is scheduled to start tomorrow. Yes, the day has finally arrived. Not arrived yet, we have around 21 more hours to go for the first slot, right? For the first slot, which is scheduled at 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I'm sure all of you are pretty excited and also maybe nervous about taking this IBPS PO preliminary examination. But remember, it's all about being confident, right? If you're not confident about yourself, you will not be able to deliver or perform during the exam, right? So I would say this is the time when you should not really prepare. Just sit down and relax. Try to keep yourself cool, calm, composed, and surround yourself with positive energy so that you walk into the examination center with that full of confidence and give your best shot in those 60 minutes of time that you have, right? So 60 minutes, 100 questions. Your target is to attempt all the 100 questions. Remember, by attempt here I mean you should read all the 100 questions. You may end up solving only 65, not a problem. You may solve only 70, 75, 72, that doesn't matter. I mean, that's secondary. What is primary is, do not step out of the examination hall without reading all the 100 questions. Okay, so for that, you really have to move very fast, right? I mean, if you had participated in our session on this Wednesday, which was on IBPS PO preliminary exam strategy, you would have understood that you should treat every minute of your exam as the last minute, right? What we usually see is we are slow initially and then we try to pick up towards the end of the exam. But we got to realize that we have just 1 hour, right? So by the time you start picking up and get to the peak of your speed, time is up, right? So you just don't have any settling time as such. Your settling time in a competitive exam, especially when in an exam like IBPS PO, is almost zero. Your settling time should be zero, right? You should be like Virendra Sehwag, right? I mean, my favorite batsman, like I've mentioned multiple times. Just start from ball number 1, right? From question number 1. So try to maintain the best of your speed from the 0th minute onwards till the 60th minute so that you can read all the questions, choose the easiest ones and maximize your score and boost your chances of selection in the exam. Okay. Now I am glad to see that a lot of you have joined the chat already. Others who are new to these sessions, you also try and engage yourself in this chat so that you can make the most of it, right? So we have Sanjeev Singh and Amanjot Singh, Rakesh Sinha, Vishal Verma, Rahul, Kishore, and Naveen, Akanksha, and many others there, right? So let me just hear out from you guys about how are you feeling for your IBPS PO exam, and then maybe we'll discuss one technique on speed math today. I honestly, I don't want to discuss any subject related content in the session here because you're just 1 day away from your exam, right? And like I always say, when you've got less than 24 hours, you should not be preparing. I mean, that's my strategy, right? Just involved in something other than preparation so that you give this part of your body a little bit of time to relax and, get it ready for the real 1 hour, right? So let me just see what do you guys have to say. Pankaj says, even I like Virendra Sehwag. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to learn from every sports person out there. I think Virendra Sehwag, in my view, is epitome of confidence, right? I mean, like they usually say, right? Every batsman will first settle down and then hit a boundary. Sehwag is one who will first hit a boundary and then he settles down. So that's what we need for improving our chances in IBPS exams, right? Okay, so some of you have mentioned that you missed the session on IBPS PO exam strategy. Don't worry, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, right, where you're watching this live session now, and check out the videos. It has been archived already. It is available for you to go through, right? It was a 1 hour discussion about the ideal IBPS PO exam strategy, okay? We have a user by name Light of the World. He says, highly nervous as my exam is falling on the first day, first shift. Well, I'm sure a lot of you will have this challenge, right? I mean, your exam is on the first day, first slot, which is 8 a.m. tomorrow, I guess, right? Now, yeah, nervousness is natural, right? But don't let it build on you, right? And don't reach it, let it reach a stage of panic where you fail to deliver. I mean, that's the worst thing that one can go through, right? And it is for that reason I'm saying let's not do anything on content today, or let's not worry about preparation. Let's not think too much about the exam. See, why does one get nervous when you're thinking too much, right? I mean, if you're stressed or if you're tensed, when does this happen, right? When you're thinking too much about something, right? Not just your exam. I mean, even in personal life, if you start thinking too much about anything, that causes nervousness, tension, stress, and all that, right? So forget that you have an exam tomorrow. I mean, forget as not literally forget that you have an exam tomorrow. You have to go there, but don't think about what would be the cutoff, how the paper would be, what kind of questions will be asked. Forget about all these questions. Don't let these questions cross your mind, right? You should just keep yourselves happy today. I think that's one thing you should try, right? Eat well, sleep well, involve in some hobby of yours, right? Sing, dance, enjoy this day so that this brain gets some time to relax, and then it's fully ready to deliver tomorrow. Okay. We have Akshay here who says, I'm in confused mood as to how can I improve banking exams. I'm unaware of it. Please suggest me. Well, Akshay, I think you have landed in the right place. If you are confused about anything related to banking exams, I would just suggest that you subscribe to our channel. All of you subscribe to our channel and follow our videos. We keep coming up with these sessions on exam strategy, how to prepare, preparation strategy, right? Sessions on quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English language, previous papers. So I'm sure you learn a lot through these sessions and get ready for yourself. Raman says, sir, पढ़ा क्यों नहीं रहे हो? भाई पढ़ा इसलिए नहीं रहा हूँ क्योंकि एग्जाम कल ही है and ideally तो आज कुछ पढ़ना नहीं चाहिए. I mean, छुट्टी है आज, right? It's a holiday, but I'll teach something. I mean, we'll look at some technique from speed math. We have been doing these sessions every Friday at 11 a.m. So we'll look at something. Don't worry. But let's see. What else? Somebody says, my exam is on 8th of October. Watching reviews of 7th will benefit me. Avinash, right. Okay, this is again an important question. I think thanks Avinash for raising it up, right? So Avinash says that his exam is on 8th of October. Will watching reviews of 7th October help me? Now, I think it depends. There's no hard and fast answer to this question, but it depends on how you take it, right? It is important to maybe kind of look at a few reviews, but then what can you do in one day, right? I mean, let's say people on 7th step out and say that, it was a disaster. It was a nightmare, right? I was like screwed up, right? And looks like there's some plane flying over, huh? I'm in the Chennai studio, by the way, so new to me. I'm enjoying it with planes hovering on top of us. Anyway, so let's say if people on 7th of October come out and say that, it was a disaster or a nightmare, I couldn't perform, it was too difficult and all, your nervousness will only build up. Yeah. So it can be difficult in that kind of a situation. If they say that it was okay, easy, kind of, then maybe you'll feel confident, right? But then try and understand that in either case, you will not be able to do anything in these 24 hours now, from 7th October to 8th October, that can change your performance, that can change your performance, let's say, drastically, right? You can't really do anything in 24 hours. So good to go through reviews, but don't take it too seriously and, feel nervous unnecessarily, right? Feel nervous or feel excited also unnecessarily. I mean, if people come out and say it was very, very easy, you'll definitely be able to score 80 without any difficulty, even that's a challenge, right? Because when you go for the exam, maybe the pattern changes. The kind of questions asked on 8th of October are different, and then you may not be able to solve 80. And when you start feeling that the paper is difficult, you'll compare with what happened on 7th. See, all these thoughts, simple thoughts, will disturb your performance. So you have to look at the reviews very carefully, in my view. Okay. What else? उमर फारूक से, सर लाइव वीडियो को बाद में देख सकते हैं क्या? हाँ, बिल्कुल देख सकते हैं. लाइव जैसे ही खत्म हो जाएगा ये टैलेंट स्प्रिंट के यूट्यूब चैनल में ऐड हो जाएंगे वीडियोस, और आप इन्हें जब चाहो देख सकते हो, राइट? Chandrakant says, sir, I do hard work for paper, but in exam I'm not able to give our 100. What are you trying to say? I think Chandrakant says that I'm trying to do hard work, but in the exam I'm not able to give 100%. Well, I think this is a common problem. Don't worry. You just have to practice more and more, and get used to it. Right? It's all about getting the right idea at the right time, and that can happen only through practice. There's no shortcut to success. Right? There's no shortcut out there. Avinash says, what about next week people? Yeah, I know there'll be many here who have got their exam only next week in the slots on 14th and 15th of October, let's say. So they would like to prepare something. So for them, and of course for everybody else, let us discuss something on multiplication today. I think in the last session we had discussed on additions. The whole session was on how do you add numbers without putting pen on paper. Today let's look at how do you multiply. Now we have discussed something on multiplication in our earlier sessions as well, right? I am actually not sure if this technique has been explained, but let's see how do you quickly multiply 3-digit numbers or 4-digit numbers or 5-digit numbers on paper, right? If at all you have to do 5-digit multiplication, then how can you do it? I mean, this would need practice for you to be able to do it very quick in the exam. However, let's just look at it once. So how do you multiply 2-digit numbers in the first place? Let's say I have to multiply 83 with 71. Now, not an easy calculation. While split and merge is one technique that we have discussed in our earlier sessions, right, where we split the numbers according to our convenience and then merge the values to get the required answer. Here, split and merge is not that easy, right? Not really easy. Like 71, of course, can be taken as 70 plus 1, or 83 can be split as 80 plus 3. But taking 71 80 times or 3 times, or taking 83 70 times or 1 time is not as simple, right? So what do we do? Maybe one thing that you can look at is see if a plus b into a minus b is applicable. And yes, it is applicable here in this case, right? 73 and 81. It is like 77 minus 6, 77 plus 6. 77 plus 6, 83 can be taken as 77 plus 6. 71 can be taken as 77 minus 6. So this is in the form of a plus b into a minus b. And the result then becomes a squared minus b squared. So 77 squared minus 6 squared. While 6 squared, 36, all of us know. 77 squared again would need some time, right? And this reminds me that we can also discuss about how to square numbers easily. But then, coming back to the point, 77 squared minus 6 squared also is not that helpful, right? 77 squared is not known to us by heart, right? You'll have to do some calculation to get the answer. So spending that time also makes not much of a sense there, right? Then there are other techniques. I mean, if you have gone through our speed maths video in the TalentSprint online program, there's one technique where we can consider the base as 100, right? Both these numbers are closer to 100. So we try to find out the distance of these two numbers from 100 and then take the cross difference, multiply the two differences and get the result, right? There's a process, very, very interesting process. But that also will not be very useful because numbers are not too close to 100. I mean, that technique should be applied. I mean, that technique works everywhere, but then useful when the numbers are really close to 100, right? Like for example, I have to multiply, let's say, 96 with 97. What do we do? You know that 96 is 100 minus 4, 97 is 100 minus 3. We are taking the base as 100, right? See, both the numbers, 96 and 97, are close to 100. So we are taking the base as 100. Now, how does the technique work? Either take 96 minus 3. What's the result? 93. Or take 97 minus 4. What's the result? 93. So this is fixed. The result 93 is fixed. You either take this or this. It can be minus or plus. Whatever it is, just do the arithmetic sum. So 96 and minus 3, arithmetic sum is 93. 97 and minus 4, arithmetic sum is 93, right? Now what's the next step? Multiply these two. Multiply these two. Minus 4 into minus 3. What is minus 4 into minus 3? Understand that this is a 4-digit number where we have got 9 and 3. These two are zeros. So 9300, 9300. But then what will come in addition to that? In addition to that, we have minus 4 into minus 3. Minus 4 into minus 3 is plus 12. So 9300 plus 12 will make it 9312. So the answer for 96 and 97, product of 96 and 97 is 9312. Very easy to apply if the numbers are close to 100. We'll discuss about this in detail maybe in our next session on next Friday. So the same technique is applicable here as well. 96 into like what we have done here, right? We can say this is 100 minus 17 and this is 100 minus 29. So either take 83 minus 29 or 71 minus 17. Both will give you the same result, right? What is 83 minus 29? 54. 71 minus 17, that also is 54. So the first two digits are 54 followed by 00. Then you have to multiply minus 17 with minus 29. Again makes it time consuming, right? So techniques are applicable. Any technique you apply is applicable for getting the answer, but you have to find out the one that works best, right? That gives you the answer really quick. So what can be done now? So let's look at this, this technique which comes from Vedic mathematics, right? Ancient Vedic mathematics. I mean, these are based on all sutras, Vedic mathematics sutras. So there's this sutra called Niklam Sutra. I mean, I'm not getting into the details there, but it works as follows. What can we do? Simple technique. 2-digit numbers, there are 3 steps. I mean, this whole technique is about cross multiplication and direct multiplication, cross multiplication and vertical multiplication. So the first step is to do a vertical multiplication between the 2 unit spaces, unit space, tens place and tens place, right? So first step is to multiply the 2 unit spaces. 3 into 1, 3. Second step is to cross multiply. I'm sure most of you would know about this technique. Nothing new here, right? But how do we use the same technique for multiplying larger numbers is the whole idea. So let's finish this first, right? So the first step is to multiply the 2 unit spaces, 3 into 1, 3. Second step is a cross multiplication. Cross multiplication between unit spaces and tens places. So 8 times 1 is 8, 7 times 3 is 21, right? 8 ones is 8, 7 threes is 21, right? 8 into 1, 8, 7 to 3, 21. 21 and 8 is 29. So 9 comes in the answer and 2 gets carried forward. Remember, only 1 digit has to be taken in the answer, the other digit gets carried forward, right? What's the next step? The third and the last step is again a vertical multiplication. What vertical multiplication? The vertical multiplication of these 2 digits, 8 and 7. What is 8 into 7? 8 sevens is 56. 8 into 7 is 56. There is a carry of 2 here. 8 sevens 56 plus 2, 58. And 5, 8, 9, 3 is your answer. I mean, practice 10, 15 calculations this way, it becomes very, very easy. Right? First step, multiply the unit places, 3 into 1, 3. Second step, cross multiply, 8 into 1, 8, 7 into 3, 21. So 8 and 21, 29. We take 9 in the answer and 2 gets carried forward. The last and the final step is to do vertical multiplication of unit places, tens places, 8 into 7, 56. 56 plus 2, 58. Now the same has to be extrapolated for 3-digit numbers, 4-digit numbers and so on, right? So how do we multiply 3-digit numbers using the same Niklam Sutra, right? What's the idea? So let's take some 3-digit numbers. Let's say we have to multiply 562 with 793. Some 3-digit random numbers, right? Now, if you have to go by the regular method, there are a number of steps involved, right? First do unit space multiplication, then do tens place multiplication, then do hundreds place multiplication, then add all the results to get the answer, right? So let's follow that regular process first, right? And then we will do it in a simpler way. So 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 6, 18 and 1 gets carried forward. 3 into 5, 15 plus 1, 16. Then 9 into 2, 18, 1 gets carried forward. 9 into 6, 54 plus 1, 55. 5 is carried forward. 9 into 5, 45 plus 5, 50. Then now the hundreds place multiplication. I'm sure you know the regular. This is the conventional method, right? What we have learned in school, right? Secondary school, right? Multiply each digit with unit space. That's the first step. Multiply each digit with tens place. Second step. Multiply each digit with hundreds place. Third step, right? So 3 into 2, 6. 3 into 6, 18. 18 the answer, 1 was carried forward. 3 5 15 plus 1, 16. Then 9 into 2, 18. 1 is carried forward. 9 into 6, 54 plus 1, 55. 5 is carried forward. 9 into 5, 45 plus 5, 50. Now comes the third step, right? Third step is to multiply these 3 digits with the hundreds place. 7 2 is 14. 4 in the answer, 1 gets carried forward. 7 6, 54. Sorry, 7 6, 42. Right? 42 plus 4. 4 was carried forward, right? Sorry. Okay. 7 into 2, 14. 4 in the answer, 1 is carried forward. 7 into 6, 42 plus 1, 43. So 3 in the answer, 4 is carried forward. 7 into 5, 35 plus 4, 39. Right? 7 2 is 14. 7 6, 42 plus 1, 43. 7 9, 5 35 plus 4, 39. Now add to get the final answer. So 6, 8 and 8 is 16. 1 carried forward. This is 10 plus 6, 16 again. 1 looks like a fancy number, so right? 6, 16. So 1 carried forward. This is 9, 10, 16 again. 1 carried forward. Then 1 and 1, 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. Then 5 and 9 is 14. And this is the answer. So 4 4 5 666. Is that the answer? 4 4 5 666? Oh. I can see some different responses. Maybe I am wrong. I'll just verify my calculation again, because paperwork is something that I'm not used to. So Vishwanath says it should be 4 4 5 0 4. Okay. We have Mukundan who says it should be 4 4 5 6 0 5. Yeah. Vishwanath has got 44566. No, 44566 or 44566. We have Nandakumar who has got the same answer, 44566. I think I've verified again. Just check. Yeah, 44566, right? Yeah. Vishwanath, Deepthi, Prabhu, and others have confirmed, right? 44566. So what are you guys doing? Even on paper, if you go wrong, then you got to really work hard, huh? Yeah, Sheetal Prasad, Kishore, and others have got 44566. So that's the answer, right? 44566 for this two numbers, the product of these two numbers. But then cumbersome and time consuming. I mean, look at the number of steps involved. You have to write the two numbers, and all this drama has to be done, right? Multiplying unit places, then tens places, then hundreds places, then addition. Takes a lot of time, right? A lot of time. This was easier because one is there are two-digit numbers. Second, we have applied a Vedic mathematics technique. So let's try the same multiplication, 562 into 793, using this kind of a technique. You remember this technique, IXI. Only, so what happens here is, you multiply digits. You always multiply digits, right? Single digits, and then try to get the result, right? Look at it. Directly the answer was obtained. We did not get any intermediate steps here. Were there any? See, there are 3 intermediate steps, and then the final answer. Here we've got the final answer. Here again, when we apply the similar technique for 562 into 793, we'll directly get the result without any of these intermediate steps. So what do you have to do? Now, since there are 2 3-digit numbers, there'll be 5 steps, right? There are going to be 5 steps. Like there are 3 steps here, there'll be 5 steps. What is step number 1? Vertical multiplication. Same. Multiply the 2 unit places. So 3 into 2, 6. Yeah. Step 2, same as what we had done there. Cross multiplication of unit places and tens places. So do that. 6 into 3, 18. 9 into 2, 18. Right? 6 3 is 18, 9 2 is 18. 18 and 18, 36. Again, 6 in the answer, 3 gets carried forward. Remember, each step take only one digit, the other digit gets carried forward. So 6 3 is 18, 9 2 is 18, 18 and 18 is 36, 6 in the answer, 3 gets carried forward. Now the third step is important, right? The third step will involve this kind of a multiplication. Cross multiply unit spaces with hundreds places and vertical multiplication of tens places. That's like a star, right? So, and once you do like 5-6 calculations, practice 5-6 calculations using this, you will understand how to arrive at the pattern, right? This is not something that you'll have to learn by heart. You'll understand the flow, right? The rhythm in which we are moving there. Then if the same technique has to be applied for a 10-digit number, you can just do that. Okay? Anyways, so unit spaces with 100 spaces and 10 spaces. So 3 into 5, 15. 7 into 2, 14. 6 into 9, 54. Right? 3 into 5, 15. 7 into 2, 14. 15 and 14, 29. 6 and 9, 54. 29 and 54, 83. 83 plus 3, 86. So 6 in the answer and 8 gets carried forward. Right? Now, fourth step. Fourth step is similar to the second step, but on the other 2 digits, right? Which means here we have applied on units place and tens place. Now apply on tens place and hundreds place, right? Tens place and hundreds place. Do that. So tens place and hundreds place, cross multiply. 5 9s 45, 7 6 42. 5 into 9 45, 7 into 6 42. 45 and 42 is 87. 87 plus 8. 87 plus 8 is 95. So 5 in the answer and 9 gets carried forward. And now the last step. What's the last step? The last step will be similar to the first step. Vertical multiplication. What vertical multiplication? See, if you observe, we have done vertical multiplication of unit spaces already here. We have done vertical multiplication of 10 spaces here. You have done now what is left out is vertical multiplication of 100 spaces. 5 into 7, 35. 35 plus 9. That's your answer. Double 4 5 triple 6. Double 4 5 triple 6. Now compare the two methods. Too many intermediate steps. No intermediate step. The question and the final answer with these carries that you have marked there, right? You don't have to write all this, this print here, right? I mean, you don't have to print it on paper. That's the pattern. I X star X I. I mean, it's like that. I X star X I. Same answer. Very easy. Yeah. Now, can this same process be extended for 4-digit numbers? Yes. Can it be extended for 5-digit numbers? Yes. Can it be extended for 7-digit numbers? Yes. Can it be extended for 23-digit numbers? Yes. But by any chance, if you get 7-digit numbers multiplication in the exam, the best way to solve is to skip and move to the next one, right? Just skip and go to the next one. You don't have to solve every question that is thrown at you in the exam, right? Some questions are intentionally planted so that you get trapped. You should show your smartness and skip those questions, right? Just skip and go to the next one. So if at all you have to do, let's say 5-digit multiplications, and if you have no clue about a better way of doing it, then you just leave and go to the next one. I mean, don't waste your time in solving every question there, right? Choose the questions easily and just keep moving forward. Vinod Kumar says, I think this would also take a lot of time to solve in the exam. Yes, I mean, if you are dealing with this for the first time, this would take a lot of time in the exam. See, don't go by the amount of time that I have spent in arriving at the answer, because I was not solving it, I was explaining it to you. When I have to solve it myself, I mean, I know what's happening behind this, right? Very quickly we can arrive at the answer. If you still think this takes more time than this, then better you go for this. If you think both of them are going to take the same amount of time, then your choice. If you want to solve using any of these two techniques, or just skip and go to the next one. Remember, you should be comfortable in whatever you do there. Whether you follow this method or the conventional method or some other method, you should be comfortable in doing that. Only then that speed comes, right? Otherwise, it's going to be time consuming. Now, let's say I have to multiply a 3-digit number with a 2-digit number. What do? The same technique, 3-digit number with a 2-digit number. Let's say 562 into 93. What do? Make it look like a 3-digit number. Put a 0 here and follow the same process. What happens is this last leg will go out. See, last step is what? Multiplying the hundreds places, right? 0 multiplied by anything will give you 0. So that last step will not be there, right? And of course, this will become 0. This will become 0 in the intermediate steps there. So the technique remains the same, I x star xi. Always remember from right to left, I x star xi, whether there are 2 3-digit numbers or 1 3-digit number with another 2-digit number. All right. Now, how do we do this for 4-digit numbers? Let's look at a 4-digit number calculation. I'm not saying that you have to practice on this and master this technique, but the point is many students have asked us to explain how to multiply 4-digit numbers. So it is only for answering their question that I'm discussing this, but otherwise I don't think we should be focusing too much on 4-digit multiplication. Of course, these days in data interpretation we have seen that 4-digit multiplications are also involved, but don't focus too much. I think your focus should be on multiplying simple 2-digit numbers without paper, right? Nothing wrong if you do a 4-digit multiplication on paper using a conventional method. It's still safer. The challenge is when you multiply 2-digit numbers on paper and end up wasting your time. Yeah, so focus more on keeping simpler things simple, right? Or simple things simple, right? These are anyway complex, whether you do it on paper or using some smart technique on paper. Anyway, it would take some time, right? So focus should not be on this. Focus should be on mastering the 2-digit multiplication and maybe 3-digit multiplication to some extent. Now, now let's take up some 4-digit number, right? So what should we do? Take some 4-digit number. Let's say 5 or 6592 to be multiplied with what? 3871. Yeah. You want to see the correct solution, real solution? Let's just put it up. Is it visible? Let me use a darker marker. Sorry. I'll use the black one. 6592 3871. Let's try this. So 6592 has to be multiplied with 3871. Do the multiplication in the regular method. What happens? You're multiplying these two numbers on paper, regular process. Yeah. Now, 1 into 2, 2, 1 into 9, 9, 1 into 5, 5, 1 into 6, 6. Tens place multiplication. 7 into 2, 14, 1 is carried forward. 7, 9, 63 plus 1, 64, 6 carried forward. 7, 5s, 35 plus 6, 41, 4 carried forward. 7, 6, 42 plus 4, 46. Yeah. If you can't recall that number which has been carried forward, you better put it on paper, because any error in any of these steps would give you a wrong result. Yeah. 7 into 2, 14. 7 into 9, 63. 63 plus 1, 64. 7 5 35 plus 6, 41. 7 6, 42 plus 4, 46. Correct. 8 2, 16. 8 9s, 72 plus 1, 73. So 3 in the answer, 7 gets carried forward. You're getting it? 8 2s are 16. 8 9s are 72. 72 plus that 1 which was carried forward makes it 73. So 7 is now carried forward. 8 5s 40 plus 7, 47. 4 is carried forward. 8 6, 48 plus 4, 52. Yeah. Then the last step, thousands place multiplication, right? 3 into 2, 6. 3 9s, 27. 7 in the answer, 2 gets carried forward. 3 5 15 plus 2 17. So 1 in the answer, 1 gets carried. 7 in the answer, 1 gets carried forward. And 3 6 is 18 plus 1 19. I repeat, 3 into 2 6. 3 into 9 27. 3 into 5, 15 plus that 2 will make it 17. 3 into 6, 18 plus 1, 19. And now add. So this will give you 2, 9 fours is 13. This is 10 and 6, 16. 7, 8 and 9 is 17, right? Right? 7, 8, this is 11 and then 6 is 17. Then here we have got 7 and 7, 14. 14 and 7 is 21. This is 6 plus 2, 8 and 7, 15. And 15 again, and this is 2, right? Let me just quickly check this because I'm not used to doing this calculation. So 2, 13, then we have 10 and 6, 16, right? 7, 8, 11 and 17, 7 and 21, 6, 8, 15, that's 15 again, and 2. Yes, so what's the answer here? We've got 2 crores 55 lakhs 17,632. Real complex. I mean, you just can't do this mentally. I mean, I'm not saying you cannot do this mentally. I mean, there are people on the planet who can multiply 9-digit numbers mentally, right, without just putting pen on paper, and that too really quick. But that's a different game altogether. I mean, we are not trying to master that skill, right? Our job, our objective, or our target is to clear these exams, and for that, 2 3-digit number calculations is more than enough. But anyway, let's see how do you multiply the same 2 numbers without any of these intermediate steps. And I'm sure if you're not writing, see, look at the amount of time that has been spent, right? Just assume that putting each digit takes half a second. However fast you write, writing each digit will take half a second, right? 4, 6, 7, 9. Half second is gone there. Look at the number of digits that you put on paper, right? 6, another 6, right? In fact, this also will take half a second. It's a waste of time, right? We put this cross mark, it's a waste of time, right? So 6 here and 7 here, right? And then 8 here and then 9 here. So 6 and 7, 13 and 8, 21 and 9, 30. 30 digits, 30 characters have been put. Even if each character takes half a second, 30 half seconds is 15 seconds. We have spent 15 seconds in only writing these intermediate steps. Minimum 15 seconds in only writing these intermediate steps. The process is different, right? Multiplication and all has taken other time, right? 15 seconds is only for putting these digits on paper or these characters on paper. So that precious time can be saved, right? 15 seconds can be equal to 1 mark in the exam sometimes. Yeah. So let's now try and do the same thing using the technique that we have discussed, right? 6, 5, 9, 2 and 3, 8, 7, 1. This is just for fun, by the way. I mean, I am not taking anything very serious for the session today, keeping in mind that you have your IBPSPU exam in the next 24 hours. So don't get carried away by these techniques, or don't feel that, oh, I didn't know this, how will I perform tomorrow? You don't know this, you know this, right? And that also you decided that you want to do this in the exam or not, right? I mean, I would just skip it. I'll look for all the 3-digit multiplications and 2-digit multiplications, solve those questions first before coming to this, yeah? So don't panic, okay? If you don't know this, don't panic. You can learn it and use it wherever required. So we have already discussed, right? For 2-digit multiplication, what do we do? IXI. 2-digit multiplication is like IXI. 3-digit multiplication is IX star XI. Now let's look at 4-digit multiplication, right? How do you do? Same first step. I'm not writing the steps on paper here. I mean, I'm not showing this pattern to you. Let's directly do it. The whole idea is vertical multiplication should be there, cross multiplication should be there. So there will be 3 cross multiplications, right? 1, 2 and 3. Then there will be 2 stars, and then there will be 1 bigger star which involves all the 4 digits. Yeah. So 1 into 2, 2 in the answer. Next step, cross multiplication, 9 and 14. 9 and 14 is 23, 3 in the answer, 2 gets carried forward. Yeah. See, we are already getting the final step. We are not getting the intermediate steps, right? When we did it in the regular method, we got the first step first, then the second step, then the third step, then the fourth step, and then the final answer. Here, if you see, we have already got 32. 32. Compare. We are directly getting the final answer. That's the advantage, right? So much of time gets saved. Yeah. Now the third step. Third step is like any other process that we have done, right? I mean, 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. What do you do? Star. So units, tens and hundreds. Do a star. So 1 into 5, 5, 8 into 2, 16. 5 and 16 is 21. 9 into 7 is 63. 63 and 21 is 84. 84 and 2 is 86. 6 in the answer. 8 gets carried forward. Yeah, let me just quickly check it once, right? 5, 16, 21, 21 and 63 is 84, 84 and 2, 86. Yeah. Now comes the fourth step. The fourth step is going to be important because now we will have to involve all the 4 digits. So what do? We do this multiplication. Multiply units place with thousands places and multiply hundreds places with tens places. Sorry, yeah, units place with 1000 places and 100 places with tens places. I, X, star, I don't know what you call it. Give some name. This is the centermost step. I mean, here we had 3 steps, here we have got 5 steps, here we'll have 7 steps. 3 steps are done, the 4th step, and the remaining 3 steps will be symmetry of this, mirror image of this. You see, mirror image of this. If you take this, these 2 are mirror images. This is the centermost step, right? 4th step, and then the mirror image. So this step is important. Do this carefully. 6 into 1, 6. 3 into 2, 6. 12. 6 and 6, 12. 5 into 7, 35. 35 and 12, 47. 8 into 9, 72. 72 and 47 will be how much? 117? 190. I mean, and now you should be able to do this simple digit by digit multiplications and additions, right? I mean, if you can't do that, then it becomes complex. 6 into 1, 6. 2 into 2, 3 into 2, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. 5 into 7, 35. 35 and 12, 47. 8 into 9, 72. 72 and 47. 70 and 40, 110. 2 and 7, 9. 110 and 9, 119. 119 plus a carry of 8, right? 8 or 2? 8 only, I guess. 119 and 8. What is 119 and 8? 127. So 7 in the answer. And now 12 gets carried forward. 7 is in the answer, now 12 gets carried forward. Now go for the next step. What is the next step? Star for the unit, 10 place, 100 place and 1000 place. Yeah. See, if I had to do it myself, I would have got the answer by now. Even you would get the answer by now. I am not solving it, I am explaining it. So it is taking a little longer, right? Don't go by the length of the explanation. So just do the star now, this step. Do this step. What happens? 7 into 6, 42. 3 into 9, 27. 42 and 27, 69. 5 into 8, 40. 69 and 40, 109. 109 and 12, 121. So 1 in the answer. Again 12 gets carried forward. 17632, 17632, right? I repeat, 6 into 7, 42, 3 into 9, 27, right? 42 and 27 is 69, 69 and 40, 69 and 40 is 109, 109 and 12 was the carry, I guess, right? Which is 121. So 1 in the answer and now 12 again is the carry forward. Now the next step, what's the next step? Cross multiplication. See, take the mirror image, right? Cross multiplication between these two. 6 8 48, 3 5 15, right? 6 into 8, 48. 3 into 5, 15. 48 and 15, 63. 63 plus 12, 75. So 5 in the answer and 7 gets carried forward. And now the last step. What will be the last step? Mirror image of this. On what? Thousands places. 6 into 3, 18. 18 and 7, 25. Compare. So 2 crores, 55 lakhs, 17,632. That's your answer. This is what you need to do. Let's say there are 5 digit numbers. Do the same thing. There what happens? These 4 steps will get repeated on the other side, and in the center we'll get one big step. Right? It grows complex. It grows complex as you increase the number of digits. Yeah. But then that's the process, right? That's how it works. That's how it works and helps you arrive at the answer. Alright, so I think practice a few questions, right? I would repeat myself, do not focus too much on 4 digit numbers, right? Your focus should be on 2 digit and 3 digit numbers. That's more important than anything else here, okay? So don't panic if you have not been able to understand this fully. The video will be available in our YouTube channel. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep getting alerts about all such live sessions and when these videos get added there. And yes, keep practicing. Learning this technique is not enough. Learning alone is not going to help. Unless you practice and make yourself comfortable, get comfortable using the technique, it is of no use. Okay, practice is the key. There's no shortcut. This is not the shortcut. This is not the shortcut. The shortcut is when you're able to apply it. You'll be able to apply it only when you practice more and more, right? So I think the only shortcut to success is to practice more. Okay, now I would like to close here. Your exam starts tomorrow. One of the toughest exams in the country, the IBPS PO Preliminary Examination for the year 2017, starting at 8 a.m. tomorrow, which is the 7th of October. So all those who have got their exam tomorrow, the team TalentSprint wishes them very best. We hope you do well, right? The only last minute advice or last minute suggestion that I have for all of you, is relax. Okay. What will happen in the worst case? You will fail. You'll try again, right? If you think too much about the exam now, if you are like, no, I want to pass this time. I mean, that determination is important. That confidence has to be there. But then, thinking too much may lead to nervousness, may lead to additional nervousness, which is not something that we want at this point of time. Okay, so this is the day when you should eat well, sleep well, relax, enjoy with your friends or whatever you like. Do something that you like, right? And keep yourselves calm and composed. More importantly, this part of your body, because these competitive exams are not only testing your knowledge, but they're testing your frame of mind, right? They're testing your time management skills. They're testing your they're testing if you can work under pressure, right? So for that to happen, you should be really cool during the examination. All right, so ensure that you just enjoy today and do no preparation for your IBPSPU exam tomorrow, right? On that note, let me close it here. Thank you once again for joining us. I hope all of you have enjoyed. Keep relaxing and take very good care of yourselves. Bye.